from beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's Achane to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. But you look at this defense, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And that'll be taken in by Strong. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. This is Wilson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Back to the ground, Achane. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The Dolphins at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
Here's Mond. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
Cook following the penalty. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Mond. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's 3rd and goal. Mond going to throw it. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Running right, here's Achane. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd and 6. Tua going to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Deontay Hardy back deep. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. Mon now off of play action. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go not in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot, because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And this returnable for Hines. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
They need 2. Here's third down. Mond out of the shotgun. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Hard to believe this guy was watching us from his living room last week. Now he's under center here for an NFL team.
And not many teams were in the market to sign him, but you have to believe that this team felt like we saw something previously in this guy, and now he has a chance to prove it with us.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Off the play fake, Mond. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line. Gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Felton fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Mond's going to keep this himself. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Kellen Mond, his first touchdown on the year. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up, They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Here's Tua. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On second down, a run by Achane. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. On first down, back to Achane. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now Mon. It's complete to Diggs. Juke into space and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Big strides, look at him go. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mon looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 75. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
From midfield, here's Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. And fortunately here for them, he's going to be taken down before he can gather much momentum on the run back. So no fireworks on the final field goal attempt, and that'll do it for this first half. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They go play action here. Mon swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. Now Cook running right. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
The throw over the middle, taken in, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Nyheim Hines, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held it to an okay gain.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua, he'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, here's Mon. Flushed out right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he's got room. Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. They'll set up a throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Cook will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Off a play action. Tagovailoa. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Quick slant to Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 69 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, Felton. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Sam Martin now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Tua now on 1st down.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And, oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Tua to try again on 2nd down.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Tua to throw again.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Tua.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. The quick slant caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another connection between the two. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Bills 1st down, and that should be that. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills.
Well, if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for Buffalo, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now.